Some men aren't looking for anything logical, like money. They can't be bought, bullied, reasoned, or negotiated with. Some men just want to watch the world burn.
I thought my jokes were bad. So you think Batman's made Gotham a better place? Look at me.
Look at me! Why so serious? Why so serious? Let's put a smile on that face.
See, their morals, their code, is a bad joke. Dropped at the first sign of trouble. They're only as good as the world allows them to be. I'll show you. When the chips are down, these civilized people, they'll eat each other. I'm not a monster. I'm just ahead of the curve. Oh, you know the thing about chaos? It's fear.
I took Gotham's White Knight, and I brought him down to our level. It wasn't hard. See, madness, as you know, is like gravity. All it takes is a little push.
Hi everyone, thanks for joining on the channel today. My name's Alana and I'm here to do the unboxing, review and assembly of this Joker statue here from Infinity Studios. So it is obviously assembled, we've got all the parts together very nicely, but there are a few other things that came in the box which I'm just going to run through now for all of you. So this is the maintenance manual, so it's a couple of pages just on how to look after the condition, displaying, storage, that sort of thing. So pretty straightforward, but it's good to have, and make sure you keep referring to it. We've also got our assembly instructions booklet. So in this booklet, it just runs through where each part goes, how to put it together, and make sure you don't damage it. So make sure you follow the instruction manual. We've also got some white handling gloves. So whenever you're dealing with the statue or touching it, make sure you got your gloves on. It is on silicone, so the paint and the makeup can come off if you touch it too much. So make sure if you're touching it, you've got your white gloves on. We've also got this certificate of authenticity. So this is number out of 500. I do believe there are 400 more in production out there globally. So that's pretty cool to have. We've also got our little dust blower. And we've also got a little makeup marker here as well from Infinity Studios. So this one, you just take the lid off and you just mark up the makeup if anything's come off, but just do it gently and don't do too much of it. It shouldn't come off if you're careful with it. So shouldn't be needing to use that. And then we also have this really cool box cutter here as well. So just unscrew the lid off it, and then you've got a really cool box knife there to use. So that's pretty fancy. And that is everything that else came in the box, and we've got our assembled statue here, so pretty excited to do a review of it now. So Infinity Studios originates from China. They're one of the biggest brands in the high-end collectible market. They make 1:1 all the way through to 1:7 scale officially licensed statues, but their standout flagship line is their half-torso life-size statue bust from popular movie franchises such as DC and Lord of the Rings. So this Joker is a life-size 1:1 scale bust from Infinity Studios. It was played by the legendary Heath Ledger in the Dark Knight 2008 film, and he also won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor for this movie in 2009. However, the beloved actor unfortunately passed away before receiving his award. The statue's limited edition size is 900 units worldwide, and the price of this bust was almost $6,000 Australian, including freight and tax fees at the time of pre-order in 2021. Comes in one big box, which weighs approximately 51 kilos. So you can see here the Joker's head sculpture. So the silicone is made from a platinum medical grade silicone. It has UV resistance, high temperature resistance. It has little to no shrinkage, which means it has a longer lifespan as well. And you can see with the makeup how they've done it, everything looks very realistic. The scarring on the lips, it all looks very realistic to the movie. You got to see the wrinkles, see the fading of the makeup. It's not evenly done, which as it is in real life, it would have been done by the character himself. So you can see the level of detail they've gone into here to show the realisticness of this makeup and the skin, the textures, the makeup, where you can see the different lines coming through. There's a lot of detail being put into this. So all the hair on this statue, including the hair on the head, the eyebrows and the eyelashes. So there's 100,000 high temperature fibers that have all been hand punched into this statue here. So the eyebrows, you can see they've all been very thinly done, nice and black. The lashes look very realistic, as you can see above and below the eye there. The hair on the head, you've got varying shades of green, which would show natural growth if the character was alive. You've got the dark, really, pigmented green at the front, and then the very, very bright green at the back. All very styled, slick back, quite firm. It's not going anywhere, that's for sure. And you can see just how they've gone into every detail, curling the hair, making it look as though he would have done it himself. And you can see the white from the makeup as well in the hair at the front, indicating the character may have been rushedly doing his makeup, and he smeared it on his face, on his hair, just getting it done. And that's why you've got those different colours there of the white in the hair. So you can see here with the colour of the Joker's eyes, they're the same as Heath Ledger's were in the movies. They look very, very realistic. There's a shine, there's reflection to them. It looks almost glistening wet, and you can see on the waterline as well, there's some sort of wetness there. And you've also got the capillary veins that they've put into the eye as well, which is very high level of detail for these glass eyes here. And like I said, they've been made to look the same as they were in the movies. So the rest of the face here as well is made of the same high-grade silicone. So you've got the ears, the nose, the mouth, and the scars. So it all looks, again, very realistic. The ears are very much in proportion. They've been covered in the same white makeup as the rest of the face. It's a very soft, pliable sort of silicone. The nose itself, you can see the pores, you can see the makeup in the skin. You've got the scarring up the top where the makeup has run through. It all looks very high detail. The mouth and the scars as well. So in the movie, the Joker was licking his lips quite a bit, and they've done very well to replicate that same look. So they've made the lips look very tacky, very wet, very gory and quite bleedish. So you can see here that they've done the scars in different tones as well. So you've got dark tones, light tones, to really emphasize that effect of deep scarring tissue. And it does look quite gruesome, quite gory, and like it is bleeding. Up until the base of the neck here, it's silicone from the head. Everything from the neck down is the polystone base. And that's all throughout the hands, through the body. Everything past the neck is polystone, including the gloves as well. So the gloves aren't actually real gloves or a soft material. The gloves are painted and they are polystone as well. You've got the layering of clothing on the body. So you've got one shirt here, nice patterned one, a green coat, a nice grey sort of coat, and then a lovely soft velvet outer jacket over here, which is very, very soft to the touch. It's amazing. So you've got the base here that transitions down from the rugged clothing with a little plaque indicating here the Dark Knight. You've got this very eerie red light coming from the base. You've got the "Why So Serious" written just down here, which is his pretty common catchphrase, I would think. And then around the other side over here, you've got the little knife holder as we saw before. And that goes back in there. So it's a very well-designed base. Has a lot of components that are added to it just to give that real well-rounded effect. So this is the mask that he used in the bank robbery scene at the beginning of the film. So Queen Studios also has made a very similar mask. So their mask is more detailed, a little bit more high quality, but it's not as movie accurate as this one. So this one is definitely more accurate to what the mask he used in the movie was, whereas Queen Studios has made one that's maybe a little bit different, high quality, but not as film accurate as this one. So as well as using the mask for his hand, another prop you can use is also the knife that was in the pack too. So just slip that one in there. We've been thinking about a couple of pros and cons, which is hard. Obviously, it is a very beautiful statue, but after a bit of deliberation, so with the pros, so obviously we've got the attention to detail of the forehead. You can just see the level of detail with the paint, the figures, the wrinkles, how they've done everything. It looks very realistic. It's a very realistic type statue. You've also got the attention to detail around the base. So the lights in the middle, you've got the little plaque, the transition, the base. It all looks very, very well done and quite masterfully put together. And you've also got the pros of all the clothes. Gives that extra bit of detail with it. So you've got all those levels of colors, different textures. Everything works together. It makes it look very, like there's a person standing right there. Also in a very popular pose. It's a very famous pose of his with the Joker card too. So you can see that all there. So obviously with the cons there aren't many, but obviously with this very famous pose that he is in for the statue, you might be thinking that maybe if he was at this height, obviously looking down at him, you're really just getting a very forehead sort of glance. So you're not seeing his full face. So unless he was at a taller height or up on a shelf somewhere that you can look up at him, you're only really seeing the forehead. So it'd be better if you could see the face a bit more. And so the only other con that we can really think of would be that if you had a battery supply replaced with a power cord. So rather than having to worry about your batteries running out, having to replace them, it might just be easier if we have a power cord instead. But otherwise, it's a very realistic, well done, thoughtful statue to replica the famous Joker and Heath Ledger. So after a review of this statue, it is obviously very realistic, looks very well done. It's a beautiful piece. We'd say it's probably about a 90 to 95% likeness to the actual character and the actor. So done a pretty good job at keeping that realisticness there. But let us know your thoughts and your feedback in the comments as well. If you think it doesn't, or if it does look more, feel free to let us know. We'd love your feedback. So we're also very excited about Infinity Studios' next releases of the Harley Quinn, Mira and Catwoman statues as well. So can't wait for them to come out. We've also just placed an order in for the Christian Bale Batman life-size bust as well. So we're also expressing the concerns for the edition numbers from the Wonder Woman bust and the advanced production pieces that are in circulation. We're hoping that in future there's a bit more transparency and engagement from the company to the collectors and the buyers, which will help the whole process later on and there's less confusion. So let us know down below in the comments which pieces you are most excited for that Infinity Studios is releasing. We're very excited and we hope that you are as well. So let us know which ones you're looking forward to. And overall, this is a very lovely statue from Infinity Studios. Done a wonderful job with the attention to detail and providing us with a lovely piece to add to anyone's collection. You'll be very lucky to have it. So thank you very much all for watching today. We hope that you liked it as much as we did unboxing it. So remember to like and subscribe.
You want to know why I use a knife? You can't